So let's continue getting you ready for Free Comic Book Day 2011, May 7th. Mark it on the calendar. I know most of you have already. But if you haven't, May 7th, 2011, that's Free Comic Book Day. We've been talking to a lot of comic book stores here in San Francisco and the surrounding areas. Now, let's expand it a little bit. Let's go to Southern California, specifically to Newhall, California, 22722 Lyons Avenue. That would be the address of Brave New World Comics. And on the phone with us is Portlyn, one of the owners of Brave New World Comics. Portlyn, welcome to Geek Speak Radio Show.
Hey, thanks, Henry. It's so good of you to have me.
Yeah.
Welcome to Southern California.
Thank you.
Way that we're
the phone, at least.
Talking on the phone.
Well, at least we have a little bit of sun here. It was raining yesterday, but now we've got the sun. Yeah, San Francisco weather.
You're welcome. I sent that up just for you.
So we're going to talk about Free Comic Book Day, obviously. But before we do that, let's go back a little bit. Tell me about the store's history.
Brave New World has been around for, coming up on 22, 23 years. Really great place. I've owned it for almost 11 years. May 1st, in fact, is 11 years for me. And May 7th, of course, is the 10th anniversary of Free Comic Book Day, which is very exciting stuff. So Brave New World is, we're the 2008 Will Eisner Spirit of Comics Retailing Award recipient, which means that we are among the coolest, most fun, most interesting, and super deluxe stores that you're going to find around. And we're very humble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And besides the Free Comic Book Days, and what other events have happened there, artist signings or anything like that?
Oh, my gosh. Absolutely. Artist signings and masterclass workshops with, world-renowned funny book creators. We've done comedy shows. We had a burlesque show. We've done all manner of super fun things here. We do art classes. We do gaming tournaments and events. We do... we're the home of Comic Center, which is a video podcast about comics that happens every week. We have gourmet food trucks that park here with us. We do all kinds of stuff. Anything that we can do to make it more fun for you to be here instead of at your house, then we're down for it. We'll try anything.
How can we get you to come up here? We need a store like that up here.
You've got great stores up there. What are you talking about? You have terrific stores. I talk about this a lot with other LA area retailers that, my store couldn't be where Golden Apples is sitting and Earth 2 couldn't be where mine is sitting, but everybody has to do what works for them. And my crew, we are female owned and operated. A whole bunch of girls running a funny book store, and we could sit behind the counter and wait for you to hand us money and so we could hand you your comics, but we really would rather have a good time while we're here. So that's why we do so much with our community and have so many different events.
That's a good thing, actually, because yesterday we spoke to another one that's female-owned. That's Elusive Comics in Santa Clara, Anna Warren, the owner.
Awesome. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and she did mention you during the interview. Let me ask you, you said it was 11 years that you've owned Brave New World?
Yes. May 1st will be 11 years. Can you believe it?
Yeah.
Since I was a wee small child.
Yeah, we've noticed on the show when we talk to people, we we can't see them obviously, but we are getting a lot more calls from female fans, geek girls, if you will.
Awesome.
Have you noticed that a lot more female readership into your store?
Absolutely. I think that we have a reputation for being a chick-friendly store, which is great. But obviously, we don't expect all of our readers, all of our customers, have to be girls in order to understand or enjoy what's going on around here.
Right.
But I definitely think that girls have always been readers, without question, but having the comfort level within their local comic book shop to be able to go in and understand what's new, what's available, not being leered at or being treated as some sort of inferior being because they don't have the right chromosome count. These are girls who read books. These are smart girls, funny girls, nerd girls, all kinds of girls. That they happen to read comic books is a good thing.
Yeah, and again, with a lot of pride in my voice, I love telling people the fact that my co-host, Christine, she is a real fangirl, and you can hear it on the air. And also, our producer, Pixie, she also is a female. One of the few talk shows that actually have a female in charge. So very proud of that fact.
That's probably why you're as successful as you are.
I
really don't see comics as a boy-girl thing. When I was a kid, my brother read comics, my mother read comics. So for me, it was just growing up thinking, okay, comics just are. It was never a boy-girl issue. But coming up in this industry, being in it as long as I have, being a girl the whole time that I've been in this industry, I've definitely noticed that things have changed without question. Maybe it's because I've become more outspoken. Maybe it's because I've owned my store as long as I have. Maybe it's because I have an Eisner. I don't know. But I think that girls are definitely, maybe it's just becoming more visible for me that girls are definitely in the marketplace more, that the content is geared towards everybody. not just two boys or just two girls. Maybe the comics market is just maturing a bit.
Yeah, and let's start making our way into Free Comic Book Day. Do you think that Free Comic Book Day, that has anything to do with not just the females, but just the increase in readership now, the comic books?
I definitely think it does. I think Free Comic Book Day is a tremendous tool. I love being able to utilize that once a year, and specifically as a comic book holiday. Although, for my money, I think it would be better if it was called Free Funny Book Day. Kind of rolls off the tongue a little better, don't you think? But as far as Free Comic Book Day goes, I think it's tremendous for bringing in new readers, without question. I mean, at my store, it's basically a carnival on the day. I mean, it's not just about come in, here's a free comic book, go right back out again. We have art lessons and gaming, free gaming demos, free art lessons, creator signings. We have a wheel of prizes, and we have games, we have a DJ, we have, like I said, gourmet food trucks that park with us will be here on the day. We do all kinds of fun stuff. It's not just, here's a free comic book, go out and spread the word. It's, here's an event you can spend the entire day at with your family, and you're going to leave here with a stack of free comic books. You're going to leave here with a sketch from a creator. You're going to leave here with a drawing that you created in one of our free art lessons. You're going to have a balloon. You're going to have a lollipop. You're going to have a great lunch on the corner. There's going to be stormtroopers. I mean, it's going to be a great thing all the way around. So we really utilize this event as a great big holiday for our customers, for our staff, for our friends. It's a great way to enjoy the medium.
We've mentioned it before. I mentioned it on the air, and we did it with the other interviews, so I've got to mention it again. If anybody's hearing about this for the first time, again, it doesn't mean that everything in the store is free. You don't just walk in and start taking things off the shelf. There's only a select few comics that will be free that day.
It's so funny. I'll have probably about 45 or 50 different titles that'll be free that day. And the way we structure things in our store, and again, every store is different. Everybody does this a different way. But the way we do it in our store is we make sure that if there's a comic book that you want for free, we'll make sure that you're going to get it. So it's while supplies last, for as long as we're open. We're open our regular store hours that day from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. I usually have a line for this event by about 9 a.m. People lining up, ready to see what's available, what's for free, what's going to be the cool thing this year. But yeah, it's not all free. I answer that question 100 times on the day. Is everything free? Of course not.
Yeah, I get that from all the other
stores. But there's a lot of fun stuff that is.
Yeah. And those of you who don't want to know, spoiler alert, don't listen. On our Facebook page, I do have a list of all the free comic books for this year. So if you do want to know what they are, you can go on there. If you don't, stay away from our Facebook page.
Oh my gosh, why wouldn't you want to know? You got to know what's available for free, so you know whether or not you're getting everything you need.
Yeah, well, there's some people that don't they like to be surprised when they walk in.
That's ridiculous. You should definitely go and research what's available so you can make sure that, I encourage people to go to more than one store on the day. Come to my store, get something for free, enjoy, spend as much time as you'd like, but go check out another store, see what they've got going.
Yeah, and for the rest of those like me who make a list, it is up on our Facebook page. So I have my list, and that's a good idea, Portland. Yeah, go to different stores, get all kinds of stuff.
Is an industry-wide funny book holiday. Why wouldn't you take the opportunity to go check out a different store? I mean, obviously, go to your local, stay loyal, but go check out somebody else as well. See what else they've got going on.
Another thing that's happening tomorrow, New Comic Book Wednesday, is you, Brave New World, and IDW Publishing are teaming up for a very, very cool promotion. Tell us about that.
You're talking about Godzilla.
Yes.
Godzilla and the Kingdom of Monsters. IDW is so great. They emailed everybody and said, who wants to put your store on the cover of a comic book? And we thought, yeah, we do. So we've got this incredibly unique artwork on the cover of Godzilla Kingdom of Monsters #1 that is Brave New World, our beautiful little Victorian house here, being stomped by Godzilla. It's really a terrific cover. The art is so funny. And there were 75 different retailers across the world who took advantage of this opportunity to have their store smashed on the cover of this book.
And it's not just going to be available at Brave New World. It's going to be available everywhere, right?
I don't know. You can definitely get it from Brave New World. You can get it on Amazon as well. You can, collect all 75 different covers and see what Godzilla looks like stomping everybody's store across the world.
Coolest part about that is the proceeds go to somewhere special. Tell us about that.
They do. The proceeds are going to help with tsunami and earthquake relief in Japan.
Right.
Which is really a huge opportunity.
Yeah, pretty appropriate, I thought, because, it's Godzilla in Japan. Hello.
There were so many ridiculous and horrible conspiracy theories that I heard. People calling me up saying, I know it was Godzilla. And I thought, wow, you're horrible, and I'm going to charge you double next time you come in and send the rest to the Red Cross. But yeah, I mean, obviously Godzilla is a big character based, in Japan. He's a Japanese character. Everybody knows this. He's a giant monster, for goodness sake. He's king of the monsters. But what happened to Japan was a natural disaster, and anything that we can do to help, we are definitely doing. So proceeds from the sale of Kingdom of Monsters #1 with the Brave New World cover are going to the Red Cross for international relief, as well as this book that IDW has published of all of the covers.
That's tomorrow from IDW Publishing, Godzilla, King of Monsters #1. Again, Free Comic Book Day is on May 7th. You heard Portland, what's going to happen at Brave New World. And all your stories, we'll hear some more as we go during the week. We're going to talk to people all over the country now. We're not just going to here in California. We're going all over the country.
Don't miss it. Just whatever you do, wherever you are, there is a store near you. You can go to the comic shop locator service, call 888 Comic Book, and put in your zip code, and they'll tell you where there's a store near you that's participating in Free Comic Book Day. So wherever you are, find a store that's participating. Support your local comic book stores. Support your local creators and artists, and get out there and get a free book, or 2, or 10.
Yeah, and if you're a regular reader, that's fine. But even more cooler, bring in somebody who's not a comic book reader. Introduce them to the world of comics through Free Comic Book Day.
Absolutely. Bring your kids, bring your grandma, bring everybody.
So again, Portland, owner of Brave New World Comics, 22722 Lyons Avenue, Newhall, California. BraveNewWorldComics.com is the website. You can go to ours, GeekSpeakRadioshow.com. All the links are on there. Portland, thanks a lot, and have a lot of fun, sounds like you are on Free Comic Book Day.
Oh, Henry, thanks a lot. I really appreciate your time.
No problem. We'll talk again.